Hi everyone, once again welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So today I have brought the most demanding video, that is many of you have asked me how to read NCERT books and how to make notes. So today I thought to address this question because many of you are facing difficulties in reading NCERTs and in note making process. So today I will tell you all the basics things that should be done while reading NCERT books and while note making. So, as we all know that in UPSC we have three different stages, that is prelims, mains and interview. Note making and reading NCERT books are very important for prelims and mains. So, when it comes to reading NCERT books, the first thing is we must know why we are supposed to read that NCERT books for UPSC. So, if we see every year UPSC aspirants from different backgrounds are appearing for this exam, that is from arts, science and engineering background. So for an arts students who have done graduation in BA, the syllabus of UPSC might be quite understandable compared to science and engineering background students. So to bring a basic idea about the syllabus and the content, reading NCERT books is highly recommended. And as we see, these NCERT books are designed for school students. The language that is given in NCERT books is very simple, and it will also help for every aspirant to grasp the content very easily. And this process of easy learning will also boost self confidence for every aspirant, and this self confidence will help us to move further in our preparation. And one more thing is, we all know that for any exam, whether it is UPSC, IIT, or NEET, or JEE mains, whatever it is, strong foundation is really important. So when you read this NCERT books, you will get a strong foundation regarding the concepts, and you will also get concept which are very basics, and you will also understand how to improve that concept with NCERT with the standard books. And one more thing is, if we see the previous year question papers, nearly 30 to 40 questions are directly asked from NCERTs. So 30 to 40 questions means it is a very huge marks. So no one will leave a chance to read NCERT books, right? So it is really important to read NCERT books. Now let's see how to read this NCERT books. So we all know that for UPSC, NCERT books from class 6th to 12th are read. So to read this NCERTs, there are two ways. First one is class-wise NCERTs, and the other one is subject-wise manner. So in class-wise NCERT books reading manner, we read books starting from entire class 6 of different subjects. That is, in class 6 NCERT books, we have history, geography, economics, not economics exactly, science, and we have different books. We don't have for political science particularly and economics particularly. Generally we read books of history and geography. In class 7th also we have history and geography. In class 8th also we have history and geography. In class 9th we have history, geography and political science, economics. So in that way, what happens is, when you are reading NCERT books in class-wise manner, the first thing what you will do in this manner is, you will first complete the NCERTs of both the geography and history of class 6. So once you are done with the class 6th geography and history NCERT, then you will move to class 11th geography and history NCERTs. Whereas in subject wise manner, what you will do is, you will take a particular subject like history or geography or economics or any other subject, and you start reading books of that particular subject from class 6 to class 12th. For example, if you have taken geography NCERT, so when you go through subject wise manner, what happens is, when you start reading this geography, you will first complete from class 6th to class 12th NCERTs of geography, and then only you will move to another subject. So what I would say is, for UPSC it is better to go with subject wise manner rather than going with class wise manner. Now, coming to the point how to start reading this NCERT books is, the first thing is, keep your UPSC syllabus and its micro topics with you. start reading any subject of NCERT books out of your interest. For example, if you are taking geography or history at the first time, no problem, take whatever subject you want. First time, if you are reading history is classics NCERT, just go through that NCERT and just read that book as a novel, and don't underline or highlight anything. So once you have finished going through that book, the next thing you have to do is, when you are about to go for the second reading, then go through the previous year questions once. So when you go through this previous year question papers, you will get an idea that what type of questions are asked, how the question framing is done, and what is the importance of NCRTs in that exam, and how current affairs are related with NCRTs, and how questions are framed. So once you have done this previous year question papers analysis, then start reading your NCRT for the second time. And when you are reading this NCRT for the second time, at this point of time, highlight important points. I think now you have understood how to read your NCRT books. Now coming to another important question, that is how to make notes from this NCRT books, and whether it is necessary to make NCRT books notes. Let me tell you. So most of them may skip making notes from NCRTs, but what I would say is, you have to definitely make notes from NCRT books, but in a different manner. So if you see any YouTube video, or if you see any interview, or if you go to any blog, or if you see any website, there they will definitely mention that you are supposed to make notes from NCRT books in your third reading. So once you finish reading two times of any NCRT book, everyone will suggest you to make notes in your third reading. But what I would say is, don't make NCRT book notes in your third reading. What happens if you make NCRT books when you are reading third time is, so once you have finished second reading of that NCRT, in your third reading, has someone suggested you, you start making your NCRT notes. So once you finish making that NCRT notes, then you will start reading your standard books. And once you finish reading that standard books, you will also make notes from that standard books. And now you have two copies of note, that is from, one is of NCRT books and the other is standard books. So after making notes of these NCRTs and standard books, when you are writing your answers, writing practice, or when you are doing your revisions, it will be very difficult for you, because you have made the same topic notes two times. And when you revise the same topic from two different books, it will be very confusing for you. So that what I would say is, don't make notes of NCRT separately. Rather than making that separate notes of NCRTs, include this NCRT's notes in your standard books. So I think you have been confusing hearing this. I will make it clear. So the first thing is, when you are about to start making your notes, what you must do is, first read your NCRTs two times. After completing NCRTs two times, then read your standard books. After finishing your standard books, when you are about to make notes, what you have to do is, take any A4 sheet, or any loose sheets, whether it is A4 sheet or notebook sheet, whatever it may be. Take a sheet and divide that sheet into two halves. So what you are supposed to do is, when you have divided that sheet into two halves, the first half you are supposed to write your topic. That is, for example, you are preparing notes from geography, and the topic is about earthquake, tsunami, and volcanoes. So what you have to do is, first you have to write your notes of NCRTs on that particular topic, that is earthquake, volcano, and tsunamis. So once you finish writing the matter that is given in the NCRT books, immediately below that notes, you start making bullet points from standard books of the same topic. And once you finish making notes of NCRTs and standard book on the same topic, earthquake, volcanoes, and tsunami, the next immediate thing you are supposed to do is, leave that half of the page and go to the another topic. So if you ask me why I have left this half page I have left because whenever you get any update from current affairs on this particular topic, you are supposed to update that current affairs in this gap. So that what happens is you are writing your NCERT standard books and current affairs at a place, and you are making one single notes for from three different sources. I think you have understood it. See, for example, I have made a rough note for you people to understand. If you see here, this is the topic I have taken. So this topic is about earthquakes, tsunami, and volcano and cyclones. So if you see here, I have written first. I have written points from NCERT books, and once I finished making points from NCERT books, the next thing I have done is I have taken this extra points from my standard books, and here I have left a gap. So here in this gap I have filled the current affairs regarding cyclone. So if you see here, this is what you have to do. So here I have included three sources, that is here I have included my NCERTs, my standard books and my current affairs points, and I have made notes of the same topic in a single page. So I think now you have understood how to make your notes from NCERT standard books and current affairs. So in this way you have to link all the three materials or all the sources on the same topic in the same page, so that what happens whenever you are writing your answers or whenever you are revising that topic, it will be very useful and it will be very helpful, and it will take very less amount of time for you to revise the topics. Now coming to the uh, notes, many of you are asking me whether we have to make notes, same notes for prelims and mains, or whether we have to make different notes for prelims. So yes, you have to make notes for prelims separately, because if you see the syllabus of prelims and mains is a bit detailed syllabus compared to prelims. So what I would suggest is, before you are preparing for your prelims exclusively, make notes of mains. Be ready with your mains notes. So once you have done your notes with the mains, when you are preparing for your prelims, then you just go through the syllabus of prelims. When you are revising your prelims specific books, then keep a paper or whether it is book, whatever you are comfortable, you can keep it, and you start making small points, because for prelims we don't need elaborate information. So for prelims, for exclusively prelims, when you are about to give your exam, you have to revert this that notes in 2 to 3 hours. So make a small points and make a small short notes, so that it will be very helpful for you to revise when you are giving your prelims exam. So I think you have understood what I'm trying to tell. So I have explained you how to read your NCERT books, and I have also told you how to make notes out of it. Now coming to the point, how to make notes for different subjects, because for every subject note making is not in the same procedure. For example, for geography, if you take, there are many places that should be marked on map. So what happens is, when you are writing notes for geography, try to indicate each and every important place on map. Try to make notes based on map pointing, so that when you are revising your notes, it will be very helpful, and it will be very easy for you to recognize the places when you are asked in prelims. So for history, when you're making notes, try to make that notes in a chronological order, because in history chronology is very important. So whenever you are making notes or whenever you are updating that notes, try to update or make that notes based on a chronological order. So when it comes to economics, facts are really important. That is facts. Facts means not about numbers. What I'm trying to tell is, so for economics, most of the part economics has is budget and economic survey. Most of the questions are asked from that as well. So whenever you are reading about the GDP or GNA, whatever it is, whenever you are reading that particular things in economic survey or budget, try to include that GDP full form in your notes. Try to keep that factual information with you when you are writing your economics notes. When it comes to polity, in polity, judgments and some key amendments are really important. So try to update your notes, try to make your notes based on judgments and amendments. So this is how you are supposed to read your NCRT books and make notes, and this is how you are supposed to make different notes for your different subjects. I hope I have cleared all your doubts. If you have any doubts, please join my Telegram channel and message me. I will definitely reply for your doubts. So I think that's all for today. And many of you are asking me how to update our current affairs, because some people have started preparing for UPSC just now, and for those people who are very new for this journey, and for those people who don't know how to revise the current affairs of previous months, and for those who people who don't know how to write answers from current affairs, I will make another video on that. So until then, take care. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.